Hello everyone, this is Tony. Welcome back to Trophy Food Experiences. Today I'm doing a review of a vegetarian restaurant, which is called Do Chay. It's a Vietnamese restaurant located at 1392 Kingsway in Vancouver. And I think there's lots of ample parking around the neighborhood, and the first impression is it's looks kind of modern and very pleasant. When you get inside, it's quite modern, hip, young, very vibrant, but it's very casual, so very comfortable place. So we went for lunch, and the first dish we had was Uncle Hing's wings for $17. These are crispy mushroom wings tossed in a sweet and spicy-ish sauce glaze and sesame and cilantro garnish. I really like this dish. I think Published on Main has a very similar dish, but I actually like this better. It was nice and tangy, and also the mushrooms were nice and crisp, so I like that. I thought actually this was one of my favorite dishes of the day. Next we had the spring rolls for $12. These are crispy vegan spring rolls, mustard greens, and herbs for wrapping. I know that you're supposed to put the spring roll inside the greens and then wrap it like a lettuce wrap, but I just like to have it separate just with the spring rolls. I thought it was okay. Again, compared to non-vegetarian spring rolls, I prefer the non-vegetarian spring rolls. Next dish was the monsoon roll, which I preferred to the spring roll. This is $11. It's tofu, jicama, fresh herbs, onion, rice wrapper, peanut, chili, and pineapple sauce. I thought the two things that made this dish were the fresh herbs and the pineapple sauce. Again, I love the tanginess, the crunchiness of the, peanut. That was good too. So I thought it was actually a very effective dish. I like the texture, the crunchiness. Next is the coconut rice cakes for $12. These are cast iron seared coconut milk rice cakes, jicama, onion, and some sauce. For me, I'm not a big coconut fan, but it didn't really taste overly coconut-y to me. It was a little bit mushy and a little bit bland, in my opinion. Next was the truffle dumplings. This is mushroom and jicama filled dumplings topped with ginger truffle sauce in a spiced soy sauce finished with chili oil. I like this dish. It was a little bit on the salty side, but again, what I liked about all the dishes is they were different textures, different tastes. You'll see jicama in a lot of things, but it didn't seem like it was an overly used ingredient, and even if it was in every dish, it was used differently, and it tasted different with the different other accompaniments. This is the ban xiao crepe, turmeric crepe, plant-based prawns, sprouts, jicama, mushrooms, fresh herbs, greens, and some sauce. Presentation is very nice. It's also a very large dish, but probably this was my least favorite. It was very difficult to share because of the crispy top, the crepe. So it kind of splits up and cracks. So it's very difficult to handle in terms of sharing. And then it was a lot of sprouts inside. So to me, it didn't have that much taste to it. This is their vegan prawn curry for $17. Really nice dish for the price. So it's plant-based prawns, eggplant, carrot, potato, coconut curry, daikon, tofu, and sweet potato crisp. The flavor was okay. The curry was not that spicy. And I thought it was a decent dish, but really good value. And as you can see with the upcoming kind of mains, they're all fairly substantial. So, you get full pretty quickly, and I think you only need one or two per, group. You don't really need one per person because they're quite substantial. This is the black garlic eggplant, another dish that's for $17. It's braised eggplant, tofu, black garlic, red chili, and yo choy. Again, good dish, but you could get some of this in the other dishes that we had. So again, you need only one of these rice plates maybe to share among the table. This is the lemongrass tofu, another $17 dish. Crispy tofu tossed in lemongrass chili sauce with green beans. So I like that each of these, even they all had tofu, had a different texture and different taste for each one of them. So that was on the plus side. They are substantial dishes. So again, I don't think you can share like one among two people or maybe two among four people because they are substantial in size. I did like the variety of flavors, and so there is a lot of different variation in terms of the dishes. Last dish we had was the satay noodles for $17. Peanut and sesame spicy satay broth, broccoli, king oyster mushroom, tomato, and rice noodles. I did find the rice noodles a bit chewy. I did think the king oyster mushrooms were very nice. I remember that in my mind. It is very peanutty, but I didn't think it was that spicy. So a very heavy dish. But all in all, I actually enjoyed the variety of flavors. I thought it was not bland at all. Most of the dishes were very flavorful, very substantial, good pricing. So as a person that's not a vegetarian, I think I would still recommend this restaurant. Probably if I was a vegetarian, I think it's quite good in terms of the variety that they have. So I think this is a reasonable restaurant to check out. I don't think the dishes are that expensive, and so I think it's worthwhile to recommend. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating!